After almost 200 playthroughs of Elden Ring, I've seen a lot of different builds. Some good, some bad, and a few deserving of much more attention than they get. In a game with hundreds of weapons to choose from, there's bound to be a few that get lost in the sheer volume of choice presented to us. Here, as a sort of follow-up video to a list I made this summer, are 5 more underrated weapons in Elden Ring you should take notice of. First on our list is the pickaxe. It is a great hammer that you can get from a rare drop as soon as you enter a mine. The pickaxe is only a 2% drop chance from the minor enemies that use it, but the grind is well worth the reward. Invest a few points into strength, and you can two-hand this weapon effectively at 15 points in the stat. One thing that makes the pickaxe unique is the thrusting moveset. It is a great hammer that deals pierce damage, so we can equip the spear talisman to get even better counter attacks. When I used this weapon all those years ago now, I ran with a strength and intelligence build. The weapon of course scales best with strength, but I invested into intelligence for Scholar's Armament. This enchants the weapon with additional magical damage and turns it blue, making it look like a diamond pickaxe and being the perfect Minecraft roleplay. Next is something I used very recently, the Erdsteel Dagger. You can grab this in Limgrave as soon as you clear Fort Height and talk to Kenneth. It is a dagger with innate faith scaling, so if we infuse it with a faith scaling infusion, we can get plenty of faith scaling damage out of it. I ran with a Sacred Infusion and Sacred Blade as the Ash of War for even more holy damage. The trick to this weapon is not to dual wield it or use light attacks, but to use uncharged heavy attacks, as this is one of the fastest ways in the game to build up successive attack power. It is easily my fastest clear of Mesmer, and if you need something that attacks fast with great recovery times, you gotta try out the Erdsteel Dagger. Next is another great hammer, the Beastclaw Great Hammer. It is a bit more difficult to obtain, requiring 7 Death Root for Garank. It is a holy damage dealer, so with the DLC now out and holy damage being much better off for late game, it's better off than it was when I used it. The Great Hammer moveset is fine, but the Ash of War, Regal Beastclaw, is where it really shines. It is a weapon slam that sends out 5 projectiles on the ground ahead of it. The slam does a bit of damage, but the projectiles deal much more. So not only do you have a ranged attack, but this attack will also lower your hitbox, meaning you can dodge attacks in the coolest way possible, which is ducking below them. Speaking of ducking below attacks, the Magma Worm Scale Sword is 4th. You'll find this weapon when you defeat Magma Worm Makar right at the top of the ruin-strewn precipice. This is a curved greatsword with an absolutely amazing Ash of War. The first part of Magma Guillotine has you dive on the ground and unleash an AoE of magma. The second part, which deals even more damage, has your character extend the sword out in front of them and drag it back, easily producing several thousand points of damage. In addition to this, you are low to the ground the whole time, so if there's a move you want to use to get below enemy attacks, this is it right here. This has to be my favorite underrated fire weapon. Finally is a position I was kind of debating on. It was between the Mesmer Soldier's Axe and the Warped Axe, but I think I gotta put the Warped Axe here. Mesmer Soldier Axe has an S strength scaling, which makes it very useful, but the Warped Axe has better infusion scaling. In my run in particular, I had the Occult Infusion on it, where it gets well above average arcane scaling. Infusions like Bleed and Poison will also do well here. It has the alternative axe moveset, where you use both sides of the weapon to attack. Because it is infusible, you have many options with the Ash of War. I used Poison Mist to get a status effect on the build, and to make use of the Kindred of Rot's Exaltation Talisman, to get a nice 20% boost to damage whenever that poison was inflicted. And so, there you have it. 5 more underused weapons that would all make a fine choice in your subsequent Elden Ring playthroughs. With now 10 listed in total, that covers all the weapons I have used that were truly underrated, so I don't see another video like this being made anytime soon. However, if there's another list-style video you would like to see, let me know in the comments down below. These types of videos are perfect for the weeks where I don't have time to play due to life events, work, or a combination of the two. I'll have a standard build video for you all next week, and in the coming weeks, expect a fair share of Code Vein 2 content when that game releases late this upcoming January. And as always, for more videos like this every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, be sure to like and subscribe to The Jersey Side.